We are here at Ellacoya State Park Campground in Gilford, New Hampshire. It is August 7th, 2023. Got a little bit of rain this morning. We were hoping to go hike Locks Trail, which is down the street, but alas, it was not meant to be this morning. There's a lot of great hiking up here. Mount Major's not far away. Another nice tourist attraction down here by the lake is Weir's Beach. That's also about 10 or 15 minute drive down the street. But overall, this is a very nice campground. I'm over by the waterfront here now. That is Lake Winnipesaukee behind me. It is a very large lake up here in New Hampshire. Beautiful place. It does tend to get windy. It is very large. Seems to be more like the ocean as opposed to a regular lake. The waves can get fairly good size when all the boats are out there cruising around, but overall it is a very, very nice place. This campground offers 37 sites. It is RV only. There is no tenting. Behind me here, you can see there are a couple of fire pits. There's one right here beside me. These are the only two designated fire pits on the property. They do not allow individual fire pits anymore. I don't know if that's a new rule. We were here about 2 years ago, and we were able to use solo stove right at our site. It wasn't an issue. Now, I noticed last night there were a couple of fires going, one of which did look to be just a regular fire, so I think it's kind of hit or miss. You know, if you want to break the rules or whatnot and get away with it, so be it. But it's really, I think their thought behind that is because the campers are all so close together, they don't want open fires. Now, you can have a propane fire pit, but just not traditional wood. They do sell bundles of firewood down at the main office where you can check in. It is not a corner store. There is nothing else in there, pretty much besides firewood and getting checking in. Obviously, there's a lot of brochures and things for the area, but that's about it. Behind me, you can probably hear the kids already. They're getting an early start to the day, but that is Ellacoya State Park. There is a beach over there. They do have some convenient things, some grills. There's an overhang with all kinds of picnic tables, so you can have lunch, things like that, picnics. They do have a small general store over there, so you can get some needed items when they are open in the peak season. When we stayed here a couple years ago, we stayed in September. At the tail end of the year, the park was already closed, so we weren't able to go into the store or any of that, but it was nice and quiet. Now, this year we've had a lot of rain. So, as you can see behind me, the water is very close. Typically you can walk down there. It's not typically right up against the retaining wall like that. In the past when we were here, we were able to walk about 5-6 feet out there. Same thing with the beach over here. They probably lost a good 20 feet of the beach over there with how high the water is. Last year when we came through, we were able to walk right along this all the way down to the beach over there and back without issue. But it's still a beautiful place. A lot of times you can see Mount Washington cruise ship. We call it a cruise ship. It's just kind of an old steamship of sorts that's been upgraded to diesel. But that'll be out there all the time. And right now it's quiet with the rain, but typically this place is a beehive of activity. There are boats everywhere, which naturally makes for quite a bit of waves. This lake is big enough where they do have very large speedboats, things of that nature. There's some very large boats in general, so you will get some pretty large wakes off of those. So during the daytime when it's busy, there are quite a few waves coming in, but the kids still love it. They still enjoy it, and it's a great little place. But as I was saying in before. It's a 37 spot RV campground. It is RVs only. There is no tenting. It does have full hookup, water, sewer, and electric. And they prefer that you utilize all three when you stay here. Now, I have seen a couple of trailers, which aren't really campers, but people are staying in them, and they don't seem to have any issues. So I think it all depends who's manning the ship, if you will, at the office for the time when you come. But the lady who's been here this time, she's been fantastic. It's just, you know, common sense, nice, be kind, and you'll get the same in return. But it is a beautiful campground. They do have full amenities. Behind me over there is a bathrooms for men and women. There's also pay by coin showers and coin operated laundromat. So they do have all the amenities if you need them. You can see one of the fire pits behind me, along with a grill. And yeah, it's just a nice little campground, beautiful spot to be up here in Gilford, New Hampshire. If you have not been to Ellacoya Campground, I suggest you give it a try if you enjoy being on the lake. Just New Hampshire in general has some really beautiful scenery, great hiking, biking, things of that nature. Gunstock Mountain is not far from here. We're actually going to drive through there at some point this week just to kind of get eyes on their campground. We might stay up there for Columbus Day weekend. So yeah, come on down, check out Ellacoya. It's a beautiful place.